Welcome to our series on generative AI and large language models. You've probably heard the term everywhere lately. Generative AI isn't just changing industries, it's changing how we create. In this session, we're going to move past the buzzwords, look under the hood, and understand what this technology is, how it works, and what it means for us. For decades, we've treated computers as tools. They analyze, calculate, and follow instructions. Now we're entering a world where machines can help create things that didn't exist before. An original picture, a fresh marketing idea, a short piece of music, or a bit of code. That shift from analyzing to creating is the big idea behind generative AI. Here's the plan for this session. First, we'll define what generative AI is and how it differs from traditional AI. Then we'll briefly look at how we got here, explore the brains behind it, see how it's already used in business, talk about the fuel that powers it, and end by pulling it all together. So what is generative AI exactly? For a long time, AI has mostly acted like a brilliant analyst. It digs through data, finds patterns, and makes predictions, like forecasting sales or recognizing objects in images. Generative AI is different. It's designed to produce new content, text, images, audio, code, and more, all based on what it has learned from existing data. This didn't happen overnight. Early AI in the 1950s focused on simple rules. Over time, we moved into machine learning and neural networks, then into deep learning, which powers many of the tools we use today. The major breakthrough for modern generative AI came in 2017 with a new model design called the Transformer architecture. That innovation unlocked today's powerful large language models. At the heart of most generative AI systems are large language models. You can think of an LLM as a very large digital brain trained on enormous amounts of text. By reading and processing this text, it learns patterns, grammar, context, and the subtle ways humans use language. The scale of this training is massive. These models are trained on data measured in many billions of words. They learn to predict what word, phrase, or sentence should come next. Over time, that prediction ability becomes strong enough to generate whole paragraphs, explanations, stories, or even computer programs that feel natural and coherent. The transformer architecture is what makes this possible at scale. Instead of reading a sentence strictly from left to right and losing track of the big picture, a transformer can look at many words in a sentence at once and decide which ones matter most. That allows it to understand context, like whether heavy metal box is about weight and material or about music. This deeper understanding is why the output often feels so human. All of this is interesting, but what does it actually do in practice? One of the clearest uses is content generation. Think of generative AI as a creative assistant. A marketing team can ask for 10 headline options for a campaign and get them instantly. Designers and creators can generate concept images by describing a scene instead of searching through endless stock photos. It speeds up brainstorming and reduces the time from idea to first draft. It's also powerful for reasoning over large amounts of text. Imagine a company that's just launched a product and received thousands of customer reviews. Instead of reading each review manually, they can send all that text to an LLM and quickly learn the top themes, what customers like, what they dislike, and what they keep requesting. The model turns a noisy pile of words into clear, actionable insight. Anywhere language is involved, generative AI can help. It can translate between languages to support global teams. It can summarize long reports into a few key bullet points. You might take a 100-page document, feed it into a system, and ask for the 5 most important takeaways. You get a concise summary in seconds instead of hours. Behind all of this capability is one critical ingredient: data. While many organizations may tap into the same underlying AI models, their real advantage comes from the unique data they bring to those models. This includes internal information such as customer emails, support tickets, product notes, and sales reports. Used correctly and responsibly, that data can become a strategic asset that no competitor can copy. A large share of this information is unstructured. That means it isn't neatly stored in spreadsheet rows and columns. It shows up in emails, chat logs, call transcripts, documents, and comments. For years, this unstructured data has been difficult to use at scale. Generative AI changes that. It can read and interpret this material, connect themes, and surface insights that were previously hidden. To get the best results, companies often combine different types of data. First-party data is the information they collect and own. Second-party data comes from trusted partners. Third-party data might capture external trends, such as market or economic signals. A thoughtful mix of these data sources, combined with the right models, can make AI systems more accurate and more useful. Let's recap the core ideas. First, generative AI is focused on creating new content, not just analyzing existing data. Second, it stands on decades of progress in AI, with a major leap forward from transformer-based models. Third, large language models are the engines behind much of today's generative AI, giving machines a powerful grasp of language and context. Fourth, data is the essential fuel, especially the unstructured data organizations already have but rarely use fully. Fifth, turning all of this into real value requires secure, well-managed platforms and thoughtful governance. That's our overview of the basics of generative AI and large language models. We've covered the big idea, the key technology, and how it's already transforming the way organizations work. Now that you understand the fundamentals, if these tools were in your hands, what would you create?